Hey everyone, welcome once again to our channel. Today I am extremely delighted because we are having another IELTS collaboration with another IELTS expert. This time Miss Daljit is with us, and basically she is from India but residing in Canada nowadays. Hi Daljit, how are you?
Hi Nawab, I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing absolutely good. First of all, thank you very much for accepting our invitation to join us on YouTube as an IELTS expert. Thank you.
It's a pleasure for me to join you because I have heard a lot about you. Because this is a
Thank you.
kind of innovative idea that you're joining all the IELTS trainer from all of the world. So it's a pleasure for me. Thank you so much.
We are honored. Thank you very much for your kind words. So let me inform our viewers that today Ms. Daljit is gonna let you know her top 5 tips regarding IELTS writing part 2, that is essay writing. So over to you, Daljit.
Thank you so much. First of all, I want to tell the viewers that there are, a lot of tips that we get on the internet. But I want to say that with practice, you can do better in your essay writing because some
Mhm.
students they have the thinking that we have the tips, then we can do good. But that is not right. You have to write your essays, your letters, your drafts daily, get them assessed, then only you can do better. So, starting with
Mhm.
the tips, the very first tip would be to when you get your essay, you should manage your time properly. We have 40 minutes that everybody knows, so when you get your essay, read the statement, read it twice, read it thrice so that you understand it properly. Because if you're not able to understand, there are chances that you will make mistakes. So read it properly, understand what is the question and what is being asked in the question. Then plan your
Mhm.
ideas. Like when you are planning, sequence your thoughts that what should be in the body paragraph 1, body paragraph 2, how you going to write it, and what things you should put in, like examples everybody knows, these are must in our essays. So the first thing should be to understand the question, to understand the format, because we have different kind of questions. So different formats are we use to answer our questions. Okay,
Mhm.
so second point would be after reading your statement, jot down the points properly. Like we have 4 to 5 ideas. Then think about the best ideas that would go in your essay. Like in what sequence you will write. In the BP1, what will be written. In BP2, what will you write? Okay, and when you start writing, the very first thing will be our introduction. Then we have BP1, BP2, BP3. That's according to the need. BP, that is body paragraph 1, 2, and 3. Then we have the conclusion. And when we start right away from the paraphrasing of the question. That means we write the question in the introduction in our own words. That gives a hint to the examiner that we understood the question. And when we are aware of the question, we know what is there in the question and what we have to answer. We write all these things in the introduction. That is a kind of very positive sign for our writing, that we understood everything, and the examiner comes to know that yes, this is what I wanted to see, the paraphrasing and how the essay is going to flow, like how the examiner is going to attempt this essay. So these are the
Right.
things that some students they miss, and they are aiming for 7 or 7 plus bands. So introduction should be perfect. Okay, and the third tip would be when you are going to write your body paragraphs, try not to cluster your ideas like first idea, second idea, third idea. That is not a good thing to do. The impressive way of writing is start with the main idea, explain it properly, that what you want to say, how and why you are saying this, and then when you are done with explaining, write an example to justify that what you were saying. So this is the effective way of writing. Like in the newspapers, in the articles, we see that these kind of things are there. So try to read newspaper articles to get an idea that how your main idea, explanation, and example has to be. Like many students, they do what they start their body paragraph one, they write one idea, second idea, third idea. The examiners are not there to see your ideas. They want to see how well you write, how well you explain, and how can you justify, because that is the main
True.
thing we have to do. And
Mm-hmm.
in the questions, when there is no need to give our, there is a need to give one idea, then one idea per para is okay. But in some kind of questions, like we have advantages and disadvantages, it is mandatory that we write two ideas. So what we have to do is start with the main idea, explain it, then justify it with an example. When you end your example, after that, write the second idea. The second idea, what is, if we are talking about advantages, and try to explain it. Maybe in two sentences you can do. If you are not able to do, add three sentences, but it should be complete enough. Do not write half of it. Okay, and then
Mm-hmm.
the same goes for the BP2, body paragraph 2, and if we are making BP3, then same is for the for that main idea, explanation, and then justification with an example. And if the students, they are aiming for 7 or 7 plus bands, they should make complex sentences. It is mandatory to use if you can use. But the main thing is the correct way of use. If you are making
Mm-hmm.
errors, then it will have negative impact on your writing. So learn this thing. If you can, you should. Otherwise, try to write in an impressive way that you don't need all these things. And then I want to say, never go beyond 300 words. Try to write 280 or 290, because the more the students are going to write, there are more chances of mistakes and going out of the topic. Because it is really important that we have to stay with the topic, that what is the topic. And so my suggestion is to stay with the 280 or 290 word limit. Do not go beyond that, because that is going to waste your time in the exam, and that is very crucial.
Mm-hmm.
And
True.
then I want to say that some students, they have this misconception to add high sounding words, vocabulary, big words that no one has heard. That is wrong. Use vocabulary at the right place, because it's not about the extraordinary words that you know. It's about the correct usage of the words that you are putting in your essay. So vocabulary
Exactly.
should be there, but at the right place. If you are using it in the right way, then you will get good bands. But if it is in the wrong context, you will lose bands. So do not do these kind of mistakes. And then comes the spelling. If you are not sure of spellings, of some like we have some spellings, we have some doubt in our mind. So don't use them. Use the simple words that you are aware of the spelling, you're sure about the spelling, because it will lead to band reduction. Negative marking will be there if you're writing wrong spellings. So try not to use that. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and last tip would be the rubrics on which our writing is checked. We all know there are four of them. TR, that is task requirement. Then there is CC, that is coherence and cohesion. Then we have LR, lexical resources. Then we have GRA, grammatical range and accuracy. What we have to do is we have to fulfill all the requirements. The first one that I told is TR, that is task requirement. That is, you have to stay in the topic. Do not go out of the topic. Answer everything which is being asked. Like in some of the question, we have to give our opinion, and when we have to give our opinion, we must give it. And if it is not asked, then there is no need. You can completely omit your opinion. Okay. Thing is coherence and cohesion. And what does that mean? It means you have to, the sentences you're writing. The very first sentence should get connected to the second one. The essay should look flowy enough. Like when you are putting your ideas, they should look in a flow that you're writing in a very effective way. So this is what you have to use. Use connectors, but do not overdo them. use them at the right place at right time. Then we have LR, lexical resources, that is vocabulary, the correct use at right place. That should kept in the mind. Okay, the last is grammatical range and accuracy. Grammatical range and accuracy is use of complex sentences, the different ways of writing the sentences. Like if you are aware of conditional statements, then you can use them like a word sentence starting from if. That is very effective. And then we have range, that is different kinds of sentences. Then we have accuracy. Accuracy means with accuracy you have to write, avoid errors, and if you're not sure about anything, just omit it. So my final tip would be to utilize your 40 minutes properly. What you have to do is you have to, the initial 5 minutes give for the planning. Plan your essay, your write down your ideas and your examples you're going to use, and then 30 minutes to write the essay. And the
Mhm.
last 5 minutes that should be for proofreading and for editing. Like if you have any changes in your mind, you can do. And if there are some kind of mistakes, you can rectify them. So these are the things that you should do to make your writing more effective.
Perfectly fine. Thank you, Daljit, first of all, for sharing all these practical knowledge which an IELTS candidate or as aspirant should have. Because see what is happening in a lot of institutions or maybe on with online teachers, what is happening that this practical aspect of the tasks or maybe the formats are shared. I agree with that, but still these tips, sharing within 15 or 20 minutes of the time, if the students are more interested, they will definitely listen to these tips, and these are going to help us or help the entire, the pool of candidates, those who are looking to get good band in IELTS. Particularly, lots of people are looking for IELTS, general IELTS for immigration purposes, and their requirement is no lesser than 7. So these are going to help them. I must admit that. But finally, to end our talk, thank you very much once again for giving your precious time to us. And hopefully, in another session, in the coming sessions, we'll be inviting you once again for different IELTS modules such as reading, speaking, or maybe listening tips. Thank you very much, Daljit.
Thank you so much for having me. It was nice time.
Thank, thank you, thank you. Bye bye. Take good care of yourself.
Thank you. Bye bye. Take care.